It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Every day you wake, the battlefield of your mind stretches before you, unseen yet decisive. Thoughts unchecked become intruders, slipping past defenses, undermining authority, and leaving the throne of your will exposed. Power is first claimed internally. Hesitation is the silent assassin that steals victories before they are won. Recognize that distraction, doubt, and indecision are adversaries, as real as any opponent, and the cost of ignoring them is freedom surrendered. Your mind is the fortress, and each thought must be patrolled, each emotion disciplined. Begin by surveying your inner walls, which patterns betray weakness, which impulses invite chaos. Every untrained notion is a breach. Every delayed action is a foothold granted to those who would sway or manipulate you. To command yourself is to command the world around you. Deploy mental sentries through reflection and planning, ensuring your intentions remain sovereign. Delay is the ally of mediocrity. Act decisively in your hours, for the clock marks campaigns, not leisure. Each morning, survey the landscape of responsibilities as if marshalling forces for conquest. Identify what requires immediate engagement and what can be deferred without risk. A single disagreement handled with composure can prevent an insurrection of distractions. Listen calmly, assert boundaries clearly, and return focus to your central mission. The predator thrives on preparation and vigilance, cultivating habits as sharpened claws, precise and deliberate, capable of seizing opportunities before others recognize them. Assess the terrain of your day with strategic foresight, anticipating obstacles and neutralizing threats before they solidify. Treat setbacks as reconnaissance, each error revealing the enemy's tactics and your own vulnerabilities. Align thought, action, and intention as the triple crown of mastery. They must operate in coordination, as infantry, cavalry, and archers synchronize in battle. Stand at the edge of your mental citadel, observing intrusions and asserting control over impulses with firm yet measured authority. Each decision, each choice, reinforces the walls or weakens them. Discipline your reactions, calibrate your responses, and refuse to surrender initiative. Let every habit serve the throne of your attention. Every moment of reflection reinforce the crown of self-command. The enemy is never external alone. It is complacency, distraction, and fragmented focus. Fortify your mind with clarity, enforce boundaries with resolute calm, and treat hesitation as a traitor to be excited. Dominate the opening moves of every encounter. Early wins compound into an unassailable position. Train your perception to detect subtle challenges, recognizing where influence attempts to erode your authority. Direct action without delay. Maintain vigilant oversight of internal and external threats, and orchestrate your day as a series of decisive campaigns. Your habits are weapons. Sharpen them. Your focus is armor. Maintain it. Every unbroken routine reinforces the throne you occupy. In moments of indecision, recall the silent cost of inaction and the power gained through disciplined, deliberate engagement. Rise to mastery with consistency. Patrol the corridors of thought, eliminate distractions, and execute with precision. Command yourself or risk becoming subject to forces beyond your control. Let this be your enduring mantra. I am the throne, the blade, the shadow. Every man who aspires to mastery must first secure his own throne. Your mind is a kingdom, and every thought is a province within it. Leave any territory unattended, and chaos will infiltrate, eroding authority and influence. Sovereignty over your internal realm is non-negotiable. Begin each day by surveying the mental landscape, which territories are fortified and which remain vulnerable to intrusion. Unchecked emotions are like enemy armies maneuvering within your walls, poised to exploit hesitation or indecision. Exercise vigilance, for distraction is the siege that comes unannounced, undermining campaigns before they begin. Sovereign thoughts are cultivated through disciplined awareness. Every idea you entertain should serve strategy, not whim. Guard against the subtle encroachments of gossip, manipulative speech, and reactive impulses. Equip yourself with psychological armor, reinforcing perception and judgment against internal and external assaults. Your rituals of reflection, journal entries, planning sessions, meditative pauses, act as sentries atop the battlements, observing and intercepting incursions before they reach the heart of your authority. Crown yourself daily by reviewing victories and failures alike. Even minor gains consolidate the throne's legitimacy, while overlooked losses invite rebellion within. Every habit becomes a weapon when wielded with intention, every choice a deliberate maneuver on the chessboard of your life. Calm decisiveness signals control, uncertainty invites challenge. If confronted with disagreement, meet it with measured observation, assess motives, respond without agitation, and redirect focus to overarching strategy. Weak, I hope we can align later. Strong, we adjust the formation and advance on schedule. Let every interaction reinforce your dominion, not weaken it. Recognize that mastery is cumulative. Small lapses compound into vulnerabilities, while consistent discipline hardens your inner citadel. Equip the mind with clear priorities, decisive action, and unwavering attention. Allow no unauthorized thought to breach your defenses. Assert control over emotional tides as a general commands his troops, allocating resources with precision and foresight. Treat temptation and indecision as reconnaissance. Analyze their patterns, anticipate attacks, and neutralize threats preemptively. Let observation replace reaction, preparation replace impulse, and strategy replace chaos. Each reflection session is an inspection of the fortress, each planning ritual a reinforcement of battlements. Internalize the principle that sovereignty is not granted by circumstance, but seized through persistent, deliberate practice. Through vigilant command of thought, emotion, and intention, the throne becomes unassailable, the mind a citadel impervious to siege. Execute with clarity, discipline, and purpose, reinforcing the crown daily with habits forged in rigor and awareness. Let your inner kingdom flourish, and every external conquest will follow. I am the throne, I endure, I command. The first light of day is your war horn. Let it summon action rather than hesitation. Each sunrise is an unclaimed battlefield, a stretch of time that yields to those who seize it decisively. Early domination begins with ritualized discipline. Awaken with intent. Prioritize the opening maneuvers and ensure no small skirmish goes unattended. The initial hours determine the tempo of the day. They are the foundations upon which momentum is built. Preemptive strikes are essential. Identify the forces that threaten to derail focus. Emails, social media, trivial obligations, and neutralize them before they breach your defenses. Even minor distractions left unchecked can escalate into sieges that consume the day. Craft a morning ritual that signals authority over time, physical movement, structured planning, and deliberate reflection. Act as your reconnaissance and fortification. These actions condition the mind to respond with precision, transforming potential chaos into coordinated advance. Execute each task as a tactical maneuver, not a passive obligation. Measure progress in completed objectives, not fleeting intentions. Small victories accumulate, compounding into psychological and operational leverage that sustains throughout hours of engagement. The discipline of dawn extends beyond personal gain. When collaborators observe your unwavering focus, they adapt to your tempo and expectations. Weak, I hope to get started soon. Strong, the agenda begins now. All positions advance in formation. This framing reinforces authority calmly, without friction, demonstrating command without coercion. Avoid idle contemplation that allows hesitation to plant doubt. Uncertainty in the first hours multiplies across every decision point. Treat each moment as a strategic node. One mismanaged hour can compromise subsequent operations. Let preparation and deliberate action replace reaction. Cultivate the instinct to anticipate challenges and neutralize them before they manifest. By asserting control over the morning, you assert control over the day, shaping outcomes rather than succumbing to circumstance. Reinforce dominance through repetition. Rising at the same hour, executing the same core sequence, and reviewing accomplishments establishes a mental rhythm impervious to disruption. Allow the ritual of dawn to become a symbol of unassailable discipline, signaling readiness to allies and adversaries alike. Your morning is the prelude to conquest, the decisive opening in every campaign. Act with precision, enforce boundaries, and escalate intentionally. Every sunrise is an invitation. Accept it as the general accepts the field. Seize the day before it seizes you. Silence is your blade, sharp yet unseen, and in stillness lies calculated power. The battlefield of influence rewards those who pause before striking, who observe every shift in posture, every nuance in tone, before committing to action. The power of pause allows you to assess threats and weaknesses without revealing your own intentions. In every conversation, every negotiation, the quiet observer gathers intelligence invisible to those who rush to speak. People reveal their strategies when confronted by unreadable calm. Their movements, words, and micro-expressions betray priorities, fears, and plans. Like a predator surveying the savannah, you watch from the shadows, letting others expose themselves while you remain impervious. Calm as a predator, you do not need to assert dominance with volume or force. Your controlled presence unsettles opponents and commands respect. Early in a team meeting, a colleague challenges your proposal. Instead of responding immediately, you listen, absorbing their reasoning fully. The pause signals authority and comprehension, and when you reply, your words carry precision and unassailable logic, diffusing tension without aggression. Weak. I guess we can try it this way. Strong. We will proceed according to the plan supported by evidence and strategy. Such framing demonstrates command through composure, not coercion. Incorporate stillness into daily practice. Before decisions, pause deliberately, review options, and anticipate consequences. In emails, negotiations, and discussions, respond with measured timing rather than impulse. Observe first, act second. Let your restraint amplify impact. Train your body to mirror mental calm. Posture, breathing, and gaze convey confidence that words cannot replicate. Recognize that impatience invites errors and erodes authority. Patience cultivates power. Each silent interval is a tactical maneuver, each measured gesture a signal of dominance without confrontation. In every interaction, hold your presence like an unsheathed blade, ready to act but restrained until the moment is advantageous. Let the world reveal itself while you remain unreadable, the quiet strategist orchestrating outcomes. Mastery of stillness elevates influence beyond speech, making you formidable without overt force. Internalize this principle as a daily discipline, reinforcing self-command and situational awareness. Control your reaction, maintain composure, and let silence sharpen your edge. Stillness strikes before words. Every alliance and habit must justify its place in your strategy. Anything that drains energy is a liability. Identify parasites in your life, relationships that demand more than they give, routines that consume time without producing results. Evaluate every commitment with the scrutiny of a general surveying the battlefield. Hesitation allows weak elements to infiltrate your ranks. Execute without hesitation when confronting distractions or toxic influences. The cost of mercy is mediocrity. Delaying decisive action compromises momentum and dilutes power. Imagine a team project where a member consistently undermines progress. Do not engage in endless debate or allow politeness to dictate strategy. Calmly reassign responsibilities, remove counterproductive tasks, and communicate with precision. The operation proceeds without compromise. Resource reallocation is your reward for ruthlessness. Time and energy reclaimed from toxic engagements are reinvested into initiatives that amplify influence and control. Redirect your focus towards skill development, networking with aligned peers, and actions that expand authority. Weak. I hope this will help eventually. Strong. I allocate resources to high-impact objectives. All else is excised. Maintain a disciplined pruning schedule. Regularly audit commitments, relationships, and routines. Remove anything that does not contribute to mastery or progress. Each elimination is a tactical maneuver, a repositioning of forces to strengthen your position. By consciously excising weak elements, you cultivate an environment where your energy is preserved, your decisions unencumbered, and your influence unchallenged. Command your space like a throne defended by sharp strategy and unyielding discernment. Let no habit, person, or distraction remain that undermines your ascent. Internalize this principle daily, reinforcing self-mastery and strategic clarity. Cut to grow stronger. Appear as the throne even before you sit upon it. Perception is the first battlefield you enter. Presence is your weapon. Posture straightens your authority. Tone sharpens your intent. Subtle gestures speak louder than words. Move through rooms like a general surveying a field. Eyes calm but commanding, body aligned with confidence, energy contained yet palpable. Fear and respect must balance like opposing forces on a chessboard. Dominate without cruelty, assert without overexposure, signal that disruption carries cost. Observe how colleagues hesitate to challenge a poised leader. Their decisions bend to your aura before you issue orders. A micro example: when a team member challenges your plan, respond with controlled voice and steady gaze. Redirect focus to objectives, not emotion, maintaining influence without confrontation. The chess of appearances dictates the flow of interaction. Opponents reveal intentions while you remain unreadable. Weak. I hope this works. Strong. My presence shapes outcomes. My authority is inevitable. Resource every move with intent, projecting competence and foresight. Cultivate the mask daily, refining gestures, speech, and composure until authenticity aligns with perception. Every glance, every pause, every measured step reinforces dominance, subtly yet unmistakably. Let observers underestimate your reach while respecting your command. Let influence grow quietly through perception, not empty assertion. Master the art of appearing powerful, and authority will follow naturally, each interaction reinforcing your sovereignty. Project power before possession. The mind is the deadliest battlefield. Hesitation is the enemy you cannot ignore. Recognize the weak points in your thought patterns, the recurring loops of doubt that sabotage action before it begins. Each moment of indecision is a silent adversary. Identify it, name it, and prepare a precise strike. Replace uncertainty with deliberate, habitual action, training your mental muscles like an assassin sharpening blades in the dark. Approach tasks with a predator's patience and precision. Move decisively, eliminating distractions that breed self-doubt. Weak. I'll try if I can. Strong. I act deliberately. Hesitation has no place. Execute consistently. Let repetition embed confidence, transforming fear into momentum. Visualize the mind as a silent killer. Every thought calibrated, every impulse directed at survival and victory. When hesitation arises, respond immediately with clarity and purpose, leaving no space for fear to fester. Each completed task becomes ammunition, reinforcing competence and crushing inner resistance. Adopt micro-routines that neutralize procrastination, morning rituals, incremental victories, timed focus sessions. Observe internal dialogue critically. Correct negative scripts as a general redirects troops mid-battle with calm authority and unwavering intent. Measure progress through action, not intention. Let accomplishment define your inner power. Rehearse mental strikes daily, cultivating a mindset that perceives threats to focus and morale, then eliminates them precisely and efficiently. Command your inner battlefield relentlessly, treating doubt as a rival to be outmaneuvered. Maintain composure even under internal tension. Patience is not weakness, it is strategic calculation. Strengthen your mental arsenal through reflection, learning from each hesitation, sharpening insight into patterns that previously stalled advancement. Replace uncertainty with actionable steps. Small victories compound into unstoppable momentum. Execute decisively, never allowing fear or self-questioning to dictate timing or method. Recognize the quiet moments where doubt lurks. Strike before it manifests outwardly. Train your mind to act as an assassin acts, silent, precise, lethal against indecision. Let every thought, every plan, every movement be deliberate, reinforcing your sovereignty over your inner world. Strike doubt before it strikes you. Power is drawn from the deepest instincts. Hunger fuels action and sharpens perception. Each day, feed your core drives with rituals that strengthen body and mind, as a predator hones claws and fangs before the hunt. Exercise with purpose, nourish strategically, and challenge your intellect to maintain momentum that cannot be stalled. Treat your ambitions as prey, studying their patterns, anticipating obstacles, and striking with deliberate patience. Weak. I hope to achieve. Strong. I pursue relentlessly. No prey escapes prepared vigilance. Channel desires consciously, transforming passion into fuel rather than distraction. Every craving, every impulse can be harnessed. Direct energy toward goals, not wasted indulgence. Visualize ambition as a wolf, sharp and vigilant, circling the target, aware of every shift in terrain. Mental focus becomes the scent trail guiding your pursuit. Clarity directs all movement, ensuring energy is never squandered. Track progress daily. Small victories accumulate into unstoppable force. Challenge yourself intentionally, selecting tasks that stretch ability, cultivate resilience, and reinforce discipline. Observe your internal drives. Identify impulses that sap strength, neutralize them with controlled action, and let productive hunger dominate. Command the body and mind as a general marshals troops, balancing aggression with strategic patience. Avoid overextension. Even a predator rests between hunts, conserving energy for decisive strikes. Feed curiosity and knowledge equally with physical vigor, forging a synthesis of strength that sustains dominance. Refuse complacency. Consistent rituals anchor habit, transforming discipline into instinct. Harness desire without surrender. Let it empower, not enslave, your choices and actions. Recognize that ambition alone is insufficient. It must be coupled with precise, habitual effort. Strengthen daily, move with intention, and pursue relentlessly, knowing that the wolf within thrives on action, focus, and controlled hunger. Feed the wolf, master your hunt. Every move carries weight. Foresight is the edge that separates rulers from pawns. Life unfolds like a chessboard, each decision shaping the battles yet to come. Plan 3 moves ahead, anticipate obstacles before they manifest, identify threats before they reach your line, and position resources where they yield maximum advantage. Sacrifice strategically, knowing a temporary loss of lesser assets secures victory over critical territory later. Position over impulse dictates conduct. Protect reputation, time, and influence as a king guards his crown. Weak. I react to events. Strong. I control the board. The The board does not control me. Observe patterns in opponents, peers and circumstances, predicting reactions and steering outcomes without reckless exposure. Execute deliberate actions. Each decision compounds, creating leverage that cannot be undone. Pause before retaliation. Impulsive strikes often squander advantage. Reframe setbacks as repositioning. Temporary retreats are tactical maneuvers, not failures. Maintain a mental ledger of resources, obligations, and potential allies. Clarity ensures no critical piece is lost to negligence. Engage in calculated risks, measuring cost versus long-term gain, and avoid entanglement in battles that yield no strategic benefit. Balance offense and defense, advancing where opportunity arises, consolidating where strength is vulnerable. Cultivate patience as the ultimate weapon. Rapid, unconsidered moves betray weakness, while controlled timing exerts quiet dominance. Recognize the board is fluid, adjust plans without hesitation, ensuring advantage persists despite change. Observe every exchange, interpret subtle signals, and align moves to overarching objectives. Assert authority in demeanor and decisions. Hesitation invites challenge, decisiveness commands respect. Execute with precision, evaluate consequences continuously, and remain vigilant against distraction. Control the board, master the game. Discipline is the forge where will is tempered into steel. Treat each day as a battlefield. Victories are won in routine, not chaos. Micro-wins accumulate silently, like small skirmishes securing territory before the decisive war. Record each success, no matter how minor, and let it compound into unstoppable strength. Pain is the mentor of warriors. Embrace discomfort willingly and extract lessons from endurance. Resistance strengthens resolve, transforming momentary suffering into long-term capability. Structure your schedule like a general marshalling troops. Every hour, every action, aligned to purpose, trains instinct as effectively as intention. Ritualize exercise, learning, reflection, and preparation so that discipline becomes automatic, not reliant on fleeting motivation. Weak. I try to be consistent, strong. Consistency is my weapon, unyielding and precise. Treat resistance and setbacks as tactical drills, not personal failings. Adjust, refine, and continue relentlessly. Each completed task fortifies confidence. Each challenge faced without evasion hammers steel into character. Command your attention, guard it from distraction as a general protects the front line. Execute with focus, act without hesitation, and measure progress by cumulative impact, not isolated moments. Let discomfort sharpen judgment, let repetition forge habit, let structure convert intention into action. Build resilience not through avoidance, but through disciplined engagement. Forge your will, conquer yourself. True power is measured by the strength that no external force can penetrate. Stand at the center of your life like an unshakable throne. Let chaos swirl around you while your core remains steady. Build an impenetrable mindset. Treat obstacles as mere gusts against a fortress. When provoked, respond with composed precision, not reaction. Command without opposition by demonstrating consistency in thought, speech, and action. Let your reliability create automatic respect. Weak. I hope they follow. Strong. My presence dictates the path. Let your reputation precede you. Let others' perceptions reflect your mastery without manipulation. Exercise vigilance over time, energy, and focus. Guard them as a general guards the key stronghold. Embed all previous principles into daily execution. Discipline, foresight, hunger, ritual, and calculated patience until they become reflex. Establish boundaries with calm authority. Allow disagreement only to test your equilibrium, and adjust without surrendering control. The legacy of sovereignty is built in silence, through repetition, and through unyielding standards. It endures beyond fleeting conflicts or transient recognition. Let each decision, each act, reinforce the architecture of your internal empire. Hold your presence as immovable as a mountain. Let influence ripple naturally from mastery, not coercion. Master yourself. Remain untouchable. Stand at the center of your life like an unshakable throne. Every habit you have cultivated forms the battlements, the walls, the arsenal that no force can breach. Your morning rituals, your calculated pauses, your relentless pursuit of mastery, each is a soldier, each a strategist in the theater of your daily existence. Synergy of habits is not accumulation, it is orchestration. When focus, discipline, foresight and restraint converge, momentum becomes unstoppable. Move with the precision of a predator and the foresight of a general. Anticipate challenges, adapt to shifting terrain, and strike where advantage is greatest. The psychological battlefield stretches across interactions, emotions, and circumstances. Your mind must remain untouchable, a fortress whose gates open only on your terms. Train your instincts as a warrior trains reflexes. Routines are drills, discipline is the forge. Let minor victories compound, each completed task, each controlled reaction, each deliberate choice reinforces the architecture of dominance. Obstacles encounter resistance, not panic. Setbacks become data for refinement, not sources of self-doubt. Embody power by example. Your presence dictates the rules. Your consistency becomes a standard others cannot ignore. Weak, I hope they follow. Strong, my actions define the path. Guard your time, energy, and attention as a sovereign guards the treasury. Distribute them with strategic intent, not impulse. Observe disagreement without destabilization. Allow dissent to test your calm, then respond with measured clarity that reinforces authority without aggression. Influence arises naturally from reliability. Respect is drawn to consistency and unshakable presence, not forced compliance. Let every decision, every action, every ritual reinforce the fortress within. Your body moves as a disciplined army, your mind as an invincible commander, and your presence as a throne that commands instinctive acknowledgement. This apex is not symbolic, it is practical mastery made manifest, where internal sovereignty renders external chaos powerless. Live each moment as both architect and guardian of your dominion. The battlefield of life bends around mastery. Opponents, circumstances, and self-doubt recede before a presence honed by unwavering habit. Let legacy be built in silence and repetition, in victories visible and invisible, in influence that lasts beyond temporary recognition or fleeting conflict. Stand firm, relentless, precise. You are the throne, untouchable, eternal. Stand firm in the center of your life as a throne commands a kingdom. Every habit you have honed is a battlement, every ritual a soldier, every decision a strategic advance. Daily reinforcement is your army's drill. Embed these principles into each choice, each interaction, each thought. Let routines move from conscious effort to instinctive mastery, so your actions flow with the precision of a seasoned commander. Obstacles are not threats, but reconnaissance, revealing where your defenses are strong and where adjustments are needed. Move through the psychological battlefield with clarity and calm. Setbacks test resolve, but never unsettle the throne within. Command your presence as a general commands attention on the field. Your consistency dictates respect. Your discipline inspires followership without coercion. Weak, I hope they notice my effort. Strong, my actions define the arena. When opposition arises, observe without agitation, respond with measured authority, and realign your energy toward enduring goals. Embodiment of power is tangible. Your posture, your focus, your unbroken rhythm signal mastery that others instinctively acknowledge. Legacy is built silently in repetition, in victories over distraction, in choices made with foresight and self-command. Every habit compounds, each reinforcing the others, until they converge into unstoppable momentum, making chaos around you powerless. Stand as the apex where mind, body, and presence are aligned, where every interaction, decision, and thought radiates calculated authority. Let life unfold as a battlefield where you move with strategy, patience, and calibrated force. Let no circumstance dictate your energy or choices. Reinforce your habits with the vigilance of a sentinel guarding the walls. Allow no lapse to weaken the citadel you have constructed. True power is measured not by control over others, but by absolute command over self, where influence emerges naturally from mastery. Act deliberately, enforce discipline without hesitation, and let every routine solidify your position as a human apex. Walk through the day as both predator and sovereign, eyes keen, mind unshaken, presence undeniable. Internalize each habit, perform each ritual, and observe their compound effect on your resilience, authority, and momentum. Build this fortress daily, knowing that mastery is sustained through vigilance and repetition. Let the world bend to the rhythm of a disciplined, unshakable presence. I am the throne, the blade, the storm. I endure, I conquer, I am unstoppable.